The first time we allowed the film to end, or the film sort of allowed us to end it, was when Morsi was elected, because finally there was a storyline from the bringing down of a dictator to the election of a president. But 2 weeks before we went to Sundance, all of our characters were back in the streets because he had claimed dictatorial powers and was rewriting the Constitution. And we felt like this is a story that we have to continue making and shooting, because it wasn't just a story about this political process, but it was more about the journey that these characters have gone on, from the removal of one dictator to the demand to remove the next dictator. And that was about this journey that these characters were taking, where they were basically saying, we will say no to fascism, whether the face of that is Mubarak or the military or the Muslim Brotherhood. Putting this together when everybody in the square had cameras, it was both a huge blessing because we had people that wanted to give us footage that we were working with, and we were providing footage for other people. A lot of times it felt like we were not only making a film, but there were many times when our characters were long gone, but I had to stay for several more hours because I was the only camera in the square, and everybody said, you're the only witness, you have to stay here. And this happened with all of the filmmakers on the project. And we were editing in an office that was 5 minutes away from the square. We had revolutionaries that would be chased out of the square and come sleep in our office. And we were editing it at the same time, so there was a lot of input, basically saying, you can't remove this or that, you'll destroy the story of the revolution. So it was a very intense process, and I guess in terms of crafting the story, we really had to take ourselves, we moved away from Egypt, and we had to look at what we had and decide, this has to be a film that is going to last for many, many years, and it has to be the character's journey, and we have to pull ourselves away from the events. And that's when we really worked hard to create a film based on these characters' journeys.